first one, I'm really indebted to South Eastern Rail for their extraordinary announcements that they make. I mean, many of us are familiar with this train is for Ramsgate and Ramsgate. Please make sure you're on the right part of the train. Now, the secret of being on the right part of the train is to look and see which coach you're on. And sometimes they'll say, coach 7 of 8, and then you know you might well come to Chilham eventually. Or coach 1 of 3. And I'm going to read a short poem called 5th of 4, which I reckon is roughly where I am today. The strange thing is that we're so comfortable out here, so much at ease in this coach 5 of 4, the overhead insists our train's comprised of. We must be caught up in a tent of air behind coach 4, a thought pocket, a 5th, if not a 7th heaven, where we're in a story, yet outside it. The firing squad has got us in its sights, and here we are, desiring. Now, I've always been very admiring of pigeons who seem to be able to make love on the flimsiest of top branches of trees. And they do this at Juliebury Cottage very freely at this time of the year. Here's a poem called Anniversary. Strange that we make such a flutter about anniversaries. The day we married each other. The day we first touched voices. Today, though, you seem unflappable. Perched on a branch in the fir tree, you hardly wobble at all. You take my weight so steadily. I'm all wing beats. I'm sorry. What I'm attempting to do is lower my breast to your back's soft spot, so our bodies remember. When I'm finished, without falling off, you're wing beating too, of course, breast to breast in a lovely clattering tiff. We're upright in air like dancers. Just one more poem, if you can take one more poem. We've been asked, okay, you went to the registry office, but what about these vows, marriage vows? You haven't done a marriage vow, have you? And our marriage vow is a little bit difficult to explain, and it may help if you imagine it as a river flowing through a valley, rather like just here, the Stour flowing down towards Canterbury. This poem is called Taking the Vow. The marriage vow I take, to go on doing things happily with you forever, if ever is another word for now, flows through its valley, glints, seems never not to have flowed precisely here, if never is a word for not for quite a time. We must have come down from the ridge, through woods, through meadows, and found this vow winding its way, if our is what we mean by its, along the riverbed that all these meadows slope to. My vows are natural, quietly saying nothing, if nothing is a word for river whispers, watery murmurs of approval, that what the hills and trees and fields have long suggested is being said. Thank you.